Hello, welcome. Today I'm making baby purees with the maple syrup and the fruit. I didn't end up recording what I did with it at the end, but basically I just take all the fruits and make a smoothie with like yogurt or maple syrup to add sweetness, and yeah. And then added coconut milk instead of formula. First, we're gonna cut the sweet potatoes in half and making them into smaller chunks. And then we're gonna peel them. I mean, you don't have to peel them if you don't want to, but just make sure that they're really well washed. Now we're cutting them in 2-inch portions. You can do it smaller to get just less cooking time in the Instant Pot. But I found that the thinner I make it, the easier it would be to mash. Whee! The Instant Pot that I'm using is the Ninja Foodie. We're gonna put it on high, and then for 12 minutes for about like 2 sweet potatoes. And then we get our pot, and I just estimated the amount that I wanted to put in the pots. It was like around like a cup and a half or so. And then we're gonna add some water to the pots and put it on high, and then making sure it gets to a boil. Adding some salt to the peas for a little more flavor. I just took some dates and put it into a bowl, added some water, and I'm gonna refrigerate this overnight. Now I'm taking some bananas, putting it into the blender, and I'm gonna add the rest of the milk. And then add some almond butter for some fats. And some vanilla yogurt, coconut yogurt, to add some more protein and filling. For the baby food purees, I'm using these breast milk storage bags that I had on hand. And I'm just gonna have to rip the tops off. And I got about 3 bags of this banana smoothie almond butter mixture. Alright, now we're are gonna start the peas, sweet potatoes, and the sweet corn. First, I'm gonna do the peas with the boiled water in it, and add all that to the blender. And then we're just gonna turn it on and wait till it's nice and smooth. When I made it, there was still some chunks in it, and I'm thinking of straining it when I use it. I got about 3 bags of this too. Scrape, 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 scrape. Okay, sweet corn time with the water that we boiled it with, but there wasn't enough liquid, so I ended up having to add some more water. And then we're gonna blend it up, and this one was really chunky, so I wouldn't recommend it to like a 6-month-old. I would probably wait until around 10 months until they can handle more a solid type texture. And I got about 2.5 bags of this. Okay, now we're doing the sweet potatoes. I'm gonna add about half of the mixture into here because I'm gonna make 2 different types of purees. So for this half, it's gonna be sweet potato. And then some bananas, about like 2 bananas. And then we're gonna add some formula just to give some more nutrition. And then I'm gonna blend it, and it ended up being kind of thick, on the thicker side. So if it's way too thick for your baby, then you can always add more formula or some water to thin it out. I think I got 3 bags of this. And scrape, 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 scrape. Okay, and now the rest of the sweet potatoes is going in the blender. And this one is just gonna be sweet potato. But since it's really thick, I'm gonna add some water. And then it ended up being very thick and not spreadable, so we added way more water. Hey, more scraping. Scrape, 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 scrape. Okay, now all done with the purees. Now we're gonna label them all individually. You can put the dates on them, but I'm gonna use them in like a week or so I didn't put dates on them. But if you bulk batch, then I definitely would, just so that you know what to use when. Okay, now the hard part was trying to figure out where to put them, trying to make it fit, and I ended up having to put some over here too because I just had so many. Alright, and then that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you soon.